that, baby. It's cool.
All right, so you stepped up like I always do.
I didn't, and I
You
didn't.
stepped up like I had.
I ain't didn't, baby. I didn't step up like nothing.
Oh, okay. So far back. Fall back. Anybody want to stand up? What's up? Tommie. No.
Okay.
I hate the old bitch trying to act like it's some shit like when it ain't. And when it ain't. You know what it is with me, so stop playing. You felt like you felt. But don't stand on it. I'm gonna fuck what's she on, bitch. I'm on that. I'm on that. Girl, pull your ass back and stop beating up on the Miami asses trying to get attention still, bitch. We know you is.
So you want to run one?
No, baby, no. What's up?
We can take all this over. We can do that.
Bitch, you want to lose all of them. What's that?
Ozone Productions.
She don't have some weird ass shit on the blog. Like, bitch, you weird.
It was funny.
What weird? How was funny though? Right. I'm never gonna touch this peasant. I'm never. Get off me. Get off me. Like, what's up? I'm not involved with nobody. If you feel involved, right, they don't have nothing.
Hey, come on back.
They have nothing to do.
Teresa, get your picture and let's go.
She knows nothing. We not coming here.
And all that recording.
Hi, you guys. So I just wanted to come on and to touch on the whole incident that happened with Tommie and a young lady that was with, that she called an old lady. And I'm like, okay, how old could she be? How much older than her could she be, I should say. But I digress. I don't know what Tommie was going through. It kind of came off, it was really giving Love and Hip Hop, right? Like she was really looking for a moment. As if she was filming, and it's possible they were filming, because I thought I was hearing somewhere in there where Santana was saying something about filming, and maybe he was just talking to people with their cell phones. I don't know, but it definitely was giving Love and Hip Hop, right? And I think he was on Love and Hip Hop one of those seasons as well, but I think he was on Miami and she was on Atlanta. But yeah, you can tell she was really, to me, reaching for attention, because Miami is hot right now, Santana is hot right now, and so you doing this while they're there with this person that you claim you have beef with or whatever the issue is, because on Twitter they're saying that Dee, the young lady she was bucking on, that she said something about her in some comments. But you're going to buck on her while all these people are standing around. It was giving Love and Hip Hop, right? And if it was just about that, you would have just went to her on that, if that's what it was. And people feeling like Young Miami was supposed to get involved in that. Why? You know, you have to, like I said, you have to be careful how you allow people to try to influence you with negativity, and to have you caught up in doing stuff that you don't really need to do. There is no reason for Young Miami to get involved in any foolishness whatsoever. That's not where she at in life, okay? Now, why Tommie is on all of that, I don't know. Like most people were saying on Twitter, she probably was doing what she is normally doing when she is caught in these type of situations, right? I don't know her status with her AA and all of that, so I can't speak to it. It's all allegedly, but you know, this is what they were saying on Twitter. I don't know what, she didn't look like she was dressed to fight either. I was tickled about that because Dee, the girl she was talking to, she looked like she was ready to go, right? If it really came down to that. Tommie didn't, she was not dressed like she was looking to rumble with nobody that night. So it was just weird. And it's unfortunate that people are trying to pull Young Miami into that when it really had nothing to do with her. So moving on. Young Miami was saying on Twitter, on Twitter and think on her Instagram page as well, that she's getting ready to interview someone else, and I was like, wow, is her show going to air once a month or something? Because there was so much time that was in between the Puffy interview and that Kevin Gates interview, right? I thought maybe she would come on at least once a week. But then I thought about it, they were tour or whatever. And so maybe because they had that already scheduled, maybe that's why she had to like take that break with the podcast, because maybe they were already booked for the festivals. And so, yeah, that's probably what happened with that. So I don't know how often she's going to do this podcast, but she is saying that the next person is a female and that the woman is a rapper. And so everybody's trying to guess who it is. Some people think it's Nicki Minaj. I don't think it's Nicki Minaj. It could be JT, could be JT, or it could be Megan Thee Stallion. And I think that it's probably Megan, because we saw her with City Girls at the Wireless Festival in some videos. And so, she had the opportunity to get her schedule and see when she's available to sit down. But if it is Megan, I hope they don't talk about 2020. Nothing that happened in 2020. I really hope that they just keep it cute, keep it on music, keep it on their personal relationships with men or whomever, or with each other, with fashion, keep it on fashion. It's a lot of stuff to talk about, to the point where you don't need to bring that guy up. You know what I'm saying? I hope they don't bring him up at all. Don't want to hear it. That's just my opinion. You guys can let me know who you think she's going to interview next, and how often is she supposed to be doing this, Carisha, please, this podcast. Let me know if you guys know in the comments, because I really don't know. I don't have Revolt TV. The only time I'm going to watch it is when it's here on YouTube, and I'm just keeping it honest. But who do you think her next interview is with? And what do you think about this Tommie situation? Do you think Tommie was doing too much for the too much? I definitely feel like she was looking for attention, and she knows that Young Miami and Saucy Santana will definitely get her attention right now. I think everybody knows that. So yeah, that's my opinion though. Let me know what you guys think. And what do you think about the podcast? What do you think about Saucy Santana's new video, and the fact that Armand is the first person to put up a review when it comes to Saucy Santana? Like, I don't know what his deal is with him. I don't know, maybe he tried to invite him on his platform and maybe Saucy Santana couldn't do it, or maybe he didn't want to do it. I don't know. But, instead of reviewing the video, Booty, which is out, and it features Lhhatl, instead of just reviewing the video, he reviews the video, but then he always has to add in all this other stuff, right? It just comes off a little bit like hateration. I don't know. I feel like in his mind there is some level of competition, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next
But you had stepped up like I owe you something.
I didn't, and I didn't.
But you stepped up like I owe you something.
And I didn't.
Okay. Well, fall back. Fall back. But I didn't. But I didn't, baby. And if anybody want to stand in her place, what's up? What's up? What happened? Well, Tommie. You a hater, hoe? You trying to act like it's some shit and it ain't. And you already know what time it is with me. Stop playing with me. You want to act like you about that life, so stand on it. Stand on it. I don't care what she on. I'm on that.